Rich man's world. I have turned the soul of this beautiful land, but the beautiful. A rich man's world. I have turned the soul of this beautiful.
Hello and welcome back to the Out of Bounds podcast. Today we're going to be doing the NL Central. Welcome to the studio, Mr. Bragg.
Let's get it, man. This is actually my favorite division. Fun fact.
Who is it?
Yeah, I just feel like it's such a great, all well-rounded division. So many great teams.
I agree, man. Just some teams with bright futures, to say the least. All of them.
Yeah, every single one of them.
And when it comes to playoffs, I could see them having to drop the playoff rule and let all five in, and they're going to be that good.
Honestly, man, like from just 1 to 5, it's just a loaded. It's almost like 5 super teams.
They may all win five. They all five may win 100 games, not having to play each other so much this year.
Right.
So,
Right.
but without further ado, let's get into it. Do you have the projections pulled up?
I do.
Okay.
We just want to start at the bottom.
I got a feeling I know who the bottom is. Can I guess? I'm guessing it's the
Actually,
Red.
2 of them are pretty close, but it is Cincinnati at 65.5.
65.5.
Yep.
Wow. So last year I did actually pull up to Cincinnati.
I
We
remember
went
that.
to the Braves. Yeah, the Braves played up there, and we went to a 3-game set. It's a great ballpark, great atmosphere, great town for baseball, but the baseball in the town of baseball is not very good. So last year the Reds went 62-100, tied their rival Pirates. Um, so what did they do in the offseason to get better?
Let's
Um,
see.
let's see what they did better because it doesn't. I don't think it was much. They did get Kevin Newman from the Pirates, Will Myers and Kurt Casale. They brought them.
Thought he already had Kurt Casale.
Maybe they renewed his contract. They
Oh,
re-signed Luke Weaver. Um, they signed Hunter Strickland,
okay.
Daniel Norris,
Yeah,
and that is it.
that's all.
That's it.
Mm. And you said they went 62-100. Can you read the lineup?
Yes, the lineup for the 2023 season is Jonathan India, T.J. Friedel, Will Myers, Tyler Stevenson. He was banged up last year, so he will be back for a full season. Jake Fraley, Kevin Newman, Will Benson, Spencer Steer, and Jason Vossler.
Wow. I'm not gonna lie. Call me crazy, but of every team we've done, this might be the worst lineup we've heard.
I agree. That is without Joey Votto for the first few weeks. I did not say his name, but he will be back in there.
But how much does Votto at this age really add? Like,
25 homers, that's it.
yeah, like that. And I mean, that'll be good for them.
Well, if there's anything to get excited for in Cincinnati, it is this starting rotation. This
They don't have
young.
hold up. They don't have Aquino, Aristides.
He is
He's
not
not,
even in the major leagues anymore.
he
He's
fell
in
off.
like he's in like international league.
Oh wow, I thought he was
But
decent for a stretch.
he was when he came up.
Did they lose Scooter Jeanette, or is he
Dude, they
out the
lost
league too?
Scooter Jeanette like years ago.
Wait, no, I swear he not there last year.
Kyle Farmer.
Kyle
Is
Farmer
that who
was
you
good,
thinking
but
of?
that's not who I'm thinking of.
No, there was
I
no
gotta be
Scooter
getting.
Jeanette.
All right, go on with your
But
pick.
starting rotation, not bad. Hunter Green, heard that name before. Nick Lodolo, heard that one before. Graham Ashcraft, Connor Overton, and Luis Sessa. Ashcraft's a young guy as well, but um,
Mm. Man, this might be the worst team in the league.
We'll see if the bullpen can save them. Not too excited about this team. Alexis Diaz, that is brother of Edwin Diaz.
Mm.
They have Reaver Van Martin, Lucas Sims, TJ Antone, Buck Farmer, Daniel Duarte. I've played him so many times in MLB The Show. Anyway, Derek Law, and Alex Young. Other pitchers
I
that are
will
not.
say, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No,
No, go
I was
ahead.
going to say of every piece, I think, mm, I was going to say, no, the starters are better, but the bullpen has some decent guys like Antone and Lucas Sims is okay. Go ahead with the rest.
Right. They have some guys in the minor leagues that could have a shot at the plate. I mean, Mike Miner, Luke Weaver, Justin Dunn, they'll all get some time. Hunter Strickland will come back up, I'm sure. Vladimir Gutierrez, and
Wow.
that's your 2023 Cincinnati Reds.
I'm going to just come out and say it. There's no way they win 65 games to me. This sounds, from what I've heard, unless the pitching has crazy progression, which if they're all young, I don't really see that happening. Like Hunter Green might have a good year. Lodolo could be decent, but like I'm gonna give this squad like 58 wins.
Wow. Is
They're
that your
horrible.
lowest?
That I'm pretty sure that's my lowest until we
Oh,
get to
yeah.
like Washington, which is they'll be around there too. But
Right.
yeah, I'm gonna give them like 58, 59. I'll go 58. This squad is rough.
58 wins. That's bad. I'm gonna go with 64 wins. Um, they're definitely bad, but I can't have that because I can't remember what you said for the A's, but I had the A's going 56 wins, and
I was higher,
this team,
like I was a couple games higher than you. I know.
right? Yeah. This town's just built for baseball, and they'll be excited for a while. The A's have nothing going with them, so they're gonna be better than the A's. With that being said, they're gonna win. I got them going 64-98. You said 58.
Yeah, 58. Actually, give him 59. I'll be courteous. 59 wins. And what is that? 59 and 103?
That's correct. Next up, the I'm guessing is the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Correct. They are 67, so only a couple games projected.
Um, they they did have a decent offseason, believe it or not. So they they did get G Man Choi.
Okay.
They
I thought they had him too. Am I crazy?
no, he played on the Rays. They did agree with
I
what?
I know he was on the Rays, but I thought he went there like at the start of last year.
No, sir. Carlos Santana is headed to Pittsburgh. Vince Velasquez, Connor Joe, Darren's guy,
Rockies legend.
Rockies legend, Austin Hedges. Um, and then here comes the exciting stuff. I think. Well, Andrew McCutcheon. That's the exciting stuff.
I was gonna
They're
say
bringing
you're
Kutch
missing
back.
a big one.
Do what?
I was gonna say you're missing a big one because that's like the one they're so excited for.
That is the one they're exciting for. They did also bring in the man who never retires, Rich Hill. The guy, Rich Hill. He's still doing it.
Had a decent year in Boston. No,
He did. He's like Tom Brady, basically. Um, without the accolades.
okay,
Um,
there you go.
62 and 100 Pirates 2022 season was pretty rough. Um, But let's go with the lineup because this lineup's not as bad as one would think. Um, O'Neal Cruz, big time guy, needing more than 100 or less than 165 strikeouts out of him, but he can be great. Brian Reynolds would be surprised if he finished this year on the team.
That's true. Yeah.
Very surprised. Andrew McCutcheon, Carlos Santana, G-Man Choi, Cabrian Hayes, Jack Sawinski, Rodolfo Castro, and Austin Hedges.
Hmm. And then
Not a big fan on that side, I see, of the Pirates.
no. They're better than the Reds, like by a good margin.
They are.
At
I can
least in
agree with
hitting.
that.
Go to the pitching.
Right.
Let's hear it.
On to the pitching, the starting rotation, Mitch Keller, Rich Hill. Oh, I'm guessing Vince Velasquez changed his name to Vincent Velasquez. Because that's what they have it as. Roansy Contreras and Joe Johan Oviedo.
Oh, so this is where they lose in me. Rich
Right.
Hill solid. Mitch Keller needs to progress. Do
I will
they?
say
Oh no, I'm tripping.
Roansy Contreras had a good World Baseball Classic.
I was
So
gonna say
maybe
he's a young guy who they're trying to evaluate, which he could be decent.
that is correct. He can be decent. Their bullpen includes All Star David Bednar, Will Crow, Duane Underwood, Robert Stevenson, Chase DeYoung, Yeri De Los Santos, Jarlene Garcia.
Hmm.
Um, that's about all we got.
Okay.
The Pittsburgh Pirates 62 and 100 last year. Their line is at 67 and a half. I'm gonna say they go. Um,
Mm,
I'm gonna give them one game over. I'm gonna give them 68 wins this year.
yeah, I think with progression, if the starters can hold their own, which I think a few of them are capable of, 4, 3.5 to 4 ERAs, maybe 3.5 is a bit, but like 3.8 to like 4 range. The offense will score. The offense is not bad. I'm gonna say the same. I'll go one over. So 68.
All right.
I hate to be generic. I
The
was gonna say one game under, but I think O'Neal Cruz gets better.
I
McCutcheon
think so.
being there kind of lifts the spirits.
I agree. Um,
So yeah.
yeah, but not much to look forward to if you're a Pittsburgh Pirates fan. And I'm guessing the next one is the Chicago Cubs.
You would be correct. 76.5 for Chicago.
Wow, that is high. I will say that now. That is high
Okay.
for a team that brought in some good talent. Um, this one's gonna be hard for me to get through. You know how
Mm.
I'm kind of I have a some heartstrings here, but they did bring in some talent. They also brought in some washed up talent. Um, so I don't really know what they're trying to do. If they're just trying to sneak in the playoffs or what they're trying to do, but let's just go over some of their transactions. Um, last year they finished with a 74 and 88 record.
Okay.
Um, they did lose. They lost Wilson Contreras. Um,
Big one.
big one. Um, and then they signed Cody Bellinger, Brad Boxberger, Jameson Tyone, Dansby Swanson.
Mm.
They picked up Anthony Kay. Who cares? Hope he hears this.
Hold up. Wait, off topic. Do you remember that time? Who did I
You
play
put
Anthony K in MLB The Show? And Anthony K smoked me in MLB The Show. So for that, I can't or like slander him. You can say whatever. Go ahead.
yeah.
I just
Drew Smiley signed him back. Tucker Barnhart signed him. Um, Eric Hosmer. They signed Eric Hosmer. Edwin Rios, Michael Fulmer,
Mm,
and that is your 2023 Cubs transactions. Weird
it,
offseason. Weird offseason.
it's hard to evaluate. I don't know if they got better.
Agreed. Let me read y'all the lineup and tell you or see if you think they got better. Nico Horner, Dansby Swanson, Ian Happ, Trey Mancini. Oh, they
Oh,
did pick up Trey. Sorry. I missed that. Trey Mancini was picked up. Cody
I do like
Bellinger,
that.
Patrick Wisdom. What?
I like the Mancini. That now I think they got better.
Eric Hosmer, Edwin Rios, and Tucker Barnhart. So I don't think this is a terrible lineup.
Not
Um,
bad.
Start rotation is decent. Marcus Stroman, Jamison Tyone, Justin Steele, Drew Smiley, Hayden Wesneski.
What happened to Kyle Hendricks?
He must be injured. Yes, he is hurt.
So they'll get him back at some point, I would
He
assume.
will be. Well, let me read off. Has three more. This was as of last week. Three more bullpen sessions scheduled before progressing to live batting practice. He'll miss the first month, but is encouraged to rehab his shoulder surgery.
Okay, so he'll come back like midway, I would assume, like back to full Kyle Hendricks.
Right.
Okay.
You add that, and you also get Alec Mills back, who has not been great, but he has his times. Sean Newcomb is in the minor leagues. Maybe you can unlock something there. Uh, Probably not. But their bullpen. Let's see what their bullpen entails. Why does it have a center fielder in the bullpen? Anyway, I guess that means to say closing pitcher. But Brad Boxberger, Michael Fulmer, Manuel Rodriguez, Keegan Thompson, Adbert Alzale, Rowan Wick, Michael Rucker, and Brandon Hughes. So that is their bullpen.
Okay. Mm. And then you said they won 74 games, yeah?
74 and 88 last year.
I
Did they
don't think
get 4 games better?
I don't know. I'm a bit worried because Dansby, has his moments. He's solid, don't get me wrong, but like he can go through a stretch where he's not hitting the ball. We've even
Agreed.
seen that. I know it's only spring training, but I think I saw yesterday because
He has 3 hits in spring training.
he hit his first home run, I want to say, and he's batting like 100, like point 100, which is
Last
it's
year,
only
he
spring
started off the
training,
season
but
with the Braves batting under 150 before
yeah,
going on an insane stretch, but he has his
I don't
moment.
know, right? And then you bring in guys like Eric Hosmer. What can he really bring? He'll give you batting like 260,
He's not giving
not
you
much.
260 these
He's
days.
not giving you
He's
260
giving
anymore.
he's giving you 220 maybe.
Ugh. Wilson Contreras, who wasn't amazing last year, but he's still a solid piece, good defensive catcher.
The way the game is now, these hitters aren't giving you 260 at their worst. They're giving you 220 at their best, and they're going to hit 10 more homers usually.
I thought Eric Hosmer was a good average guy, not that many
He
homers.
he is, but I mean, he's just really fallen off.
Okay. I don't know. I don't think I can give him 70, 76.
I don't think I can either.
I'm gonna go 72 for Chicago. 72 wins. It's just not a great team. There's pieces there, but I don't know what the pieces they brought really. And I think they overachieved last year. I can comfortably say we didn't expect that team to win 74 games.
I don't think I mentioned, but I think they signed Nico to like a 4 or 5 year deal. Horner, but he was very good last year. Sneaky guy.
He
Maybe
was.
they can stay. Maybe they can keep
Wait, what
him
about
happy.
Ian Happ? Where's Ian Happ at?
He is there. I don't know.
Did you
Oh,
say his
I
name? Did
said
I
his
miss
name. I
him?
said his
Oh, my
name.
bad.
He
I
was in
must have missed
between
it.
Swanson and Mancini. That's probably why you didn't hear it. Um,
Yeah. And I think Mancini will add it. Mancini will can kind of replace and even probably bring more than what Contreras did, but it's just I gotta say under though 72.
I'm going under. I'm going 75 wins for the Cubs.
Okay,
What'd you say?
72.
The Big Bad Brew Crew. Um, very disappointing season last year. Uh, just really fell off hard at the end of the season
How did you know it was Milwaukee?
because they're nowhere near the team that the Cardinals have right now.
That's crazy you say that.
Why? Because their win
You'll
total is
They're close. They're very close.
they're not that close in my opinion. But Milwaukee very underwhelming last year. Finished with 86 and 76. With a 86 and 76 record, but did not play to that record by the end of the year. What did they do in the off season? The I don't know that they did anything. They did acquire Contreras in the Braves, and in the Braves trade with it was the Braves, A's, and Brewers, and they acquired William Contreras.
Okay.
They acquired Miller. Then they picked up Bryce Wilson, Wade Miley, Victor Carantini, Brian Anderson.
Brian Anderson, was that the Marlins guy?
hmm
Okay.
They agreed to terms with Tyler Naquin and Luke Voigt.
Mm,
So
interesting. So they're trying, which is very
they're
weird.
trying. They're trying more than they were. Um. So let's read the lineup: Christian Yelich, Willie Adames, Rowdy Telez, William Contreras, Jesse Winker, big guy. I forgot about him. He did come there. Luis Urias, Garrett Mitchell, Brian Anderson, and Bryce Terrain.
It's not a bad lineup by any
It's
means.
not bad.
Is it
Um,
86 wins? Oh,
ooh,
sorry.
that's high.
I think I forgot to read there. Yeah, it's 86 and a half.
86 and a half. Christian Yelich needs to return to not MVP form, but a lot better than he's been in the past few years if they want to reach that
Especially if
total.
he's leading off.
Right. Their starters, Corbin Burns, Cy Young Award front runner, Brandon Woodruff, Eric Lauer, Freddie Peralta, and Wade Miley. That's what they live and die by. Is that starting staff?
Yeah.
It's very
And it's
good. It's
really
very
that
good.
top two. And I mean, Lauer's solid. Peralta can be good. Actually, Peralta's pretty good. I don't know why he's fourth behind Lauer, but
He had a bad year last year.
I thought he had some starts where he was like pretty dominant. No?
He did, but the year before was the year he was so dominant, and he was
Oh, okay. Maybe
in the
I'm
running
probably
for
getting
Cy Young
confused. Okay.
because that's when the Brewers were the greatest team of all time. And anyway,
Mm.
Devin Williams is in the bullpen for him, big guy. They did lose Josh Hader last year in a trade, or they traded him away. Matt Bush, Adrian Hauser, Justin Wilson, Peter Strzelecki, Aaron Ashby, Bryce Wilson, Jake Cousins, Joel Payamps, and Luis Perdomo.
Luke Voigt must be
So
coming off the bench, huh?
now that something happened with him this past week, as far as what, let me see. Okay, so he opted out of his contract in the middle of spring training, and they agreed to sign him to a 1 year deal for more money. I think
Okay. So he isn't on the team.
so. He is on the team, and I'm thinking he's going to be DHing for either. Well, I think Jesse Winker will play the outfield instead of well,
Do they still have
I'm thinking
Tyrone
Brian
Taylor
Anderson.
too,
Do what?
or no? Do they still have Tyrone Taylor or no?
I don't think so. Not that I see. Um, I think Brian Anderson winds up coming into the infield, and they put Winker in the outfield, and then they play Rowdy Tellez and Luke Voigt, kind of use either one in the field every day, but then one on DHs. I could see that happening, but I'm gonna say that this team is not 86 wins good. In my opinion, they are going to win 83 games.
And how many did they have last year? You said 84.
84, 86 last year. Excuse me.
So I'm gonna go over. Actually, I like Milwaukee's team this year. Not by much. I'm gonna go 88. I think they're solid though.
Now on to the projected NL Central champs was knocked out in the first round in the wild card round by the Phillies last season in the playoffs. Um, won 93 games last year, and
They
their
are
projected
projected.
total is 91 and a half. I'm guessing
No. 88 and a half.
88 and a half. Okay,
They said predicting a fall off.
gotcha. They did. I do think they overachieved a little bit last year, but as you know, we did say goodbye to Yadier Molina and Albert Pujols. Not that they brought a ton to the team. Well, Albert
No, I
did.
was
I
gonna
mean,
say I was gonna
Albert
say
hit 21 homers.
as far as leadership is really where I think they're
Right,
losing. Who's gonna step
right.
up to be that leader? Obviously, you have Goldschmidt, Arenado there still, who, as far as contributors, those guys. Adam Wainwright, is Adam Wainwright still on the team? Okay, so you still have him. But I think those guys really were there to bring, hey, we got to play for these guys, because they brought so much to the organization for the past 15 or so. Well, I guess not so much Albert Pujols, but kind of.
Right.
So they really kept the spirits up. I feel like that I could predict a downfall in terms of charisma almost, and like just guys, having something to play for. Like obviously they're gonna want to win, but sometimes it's deeper than just wanting to win.
Agreed. Agreed. Next up, they did sign Wilson Contreras to a 5-year deal.
Love it.
Great,
Love that signing.
great pickup. Great pickup for them. And next, they didn't really do anything else at all. So
I don't
um,
think they had to. The
I don't
team
think
was
they had
great
to.
before.
I think everybody else is playing catch up with them.
Yeah.
Um, let's get their projected lineup. I think they got better, in my opinion. Their projected lineup is very tough. Brendan Donovan leading off, Lars Nootbaar, Paul Goldschmidt, Nolan Arenado, Wilson Contreras, Tyler O'Neill, Nolan Gorman, rookie Jordan Walker, and Tommy Edman.
I like it. It has a ton of potential
Mm,
outside of just the studs in the middle.
right. The starters are where I could see this team having a little bit of a downfall. Um, Miles Michaelis, uh, Jack Flaherty, Jordan Montgomery, Jake Woodford, and Steven Matz. Obviously, Wainwright will be in there. I don't know. I guess he's a little banged up from the World Baseball Classic, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this. The starting staff on this team.
Yeah, I think if we're just comparing them to the Brewers, because that's the only team who I think even you can even talk about in the same sentence.
Right.
Offensively, this team is miles ahead. No pun intended. But to the to the starters, it's a big fall off. It's not a huge fall off though. Like you have the top two, and then they kind of fall off at the third, and it's kind of the same for both teams. But I mean, you get Wayne right back in there; he can be decent. He can kind of even it out almost. But I mean, you got two Cy Young guys against Michaelis and Flaherty, who are very good. You know, many teams would love to have them, but
But
they're
then
no.
I mean, I can argue with that. I can counter argue that with they have two MVP front runners and the former MVP from last year against
As far as
a
the
team,
offense,
yeah,
of
offensively.
course, yeah, of course, yeah, they're miles ahead. Like I said, so
So,
I think you can comfortably pick the Cardinals. I think overs without a doubt here.
right, I agree.
Honestly, I
But
think.
this bullpen is what they live and die by. Um,
Oh yeah, you didn't even say the bullpen.
Ryan Helsley, um, great great closer. Giovanni Gallegos, Dakota Hudson will probably be in the starting lineup in starting rotation. Jordan Hicks, Genesis Cabrera, Zach Thompson, Packy Naughton, JoJo Romero. Anyway, and other pitchers they have that will come up at some point is Matthew Liberator and Adam Wainwright. And so run us down. Oh my, sorry. Run us down the what you how you feel about the Cardinals. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna give let's see, they're at 88 and a half. I think 88 and a half is just way too low. It's really not. Because if I have Milwaukee winning 88, I'm gonna give St. Louis like I'll give St. Louis about 93. So I want to say he said it was 93 last year. I think 93, 94, just because it's a very consistent, you know. Do we think Goldschmidt has that same type of year? He's very capable. Same with Arenado. You got guys like Edmund, and then you still have the young guys who, if they can do anything of what they did last year, which I think they're very capable, because I think the Cardinals, as far as a farm system, out not even talking about the culture, they have such a winning culture in St. Louis. You know, these guys are going to hold up to their expectations. So, yeah, I'm going to go 94 for St. Louis.
I actually was about to say the same thing.
Yeah,
94 wins.
I like St. Louis's team a lot.
Me too. They're my favorite team in this division. One of my favorites in the whole whole major league. So with that being said, so we had the exact same order as the projections because this one's pretty predictable in my opinion. Um, this division is pretty predictable.
Yeah,
Um, so that's all I got. They will all open the season on Thursday. Not all of them. I think some open on Friday, but the season opens Thursday, March 30th. So I'm excited for the MLB season. But with that being said, I'm gonna say go Pirates, man. Go Pirates.
I'm going to
Let's get
say,
McCutcheon.
yeah, I like that. For some
Go
historic.
Pirates.
Go Pirates.
Go Pirates.
Go Pirates.